Hey everyone, welcome to the sixth boss in the upcoming raid. This is the sixth boss. There's no choice. One-armed bandit. Um, it's going to look extremely complicated, but it's actually a little easier in practice. So the way this generally works is you kill ads, they drop chips, you put chips into the slot machine, um, and the boss does a set of abilities. So we can just read these. I think this is a little easier. Pay lines occasionally target random non-tanks, and a casino chip comes out of it, and it's going to stop when it hits a wall, and we'll see a ton of that in the footage. Then you need to run into it and shoot the casino chip either into a wall, which you're going to see us doing in testing a lot, or towards other players because it gives them a buff. Now the buff was very, very, very hard to get in testing. It was clearly bugged. But what you probably want to do is throw the casino trip either at a marker or right at the boss so that DPS and healers can grab the buff. So, and also note that standing close to the chip will kill you, basically. So the next thing you want to do here is the you can see here that periodically 3 ads will spawn, and they're each going to be having a chip you're going to grab to put into the machine. You can see you can walk through it, use the extra action button to dunk the item into the boss. Dunking 2 items will cause the boss to do a set of abilities. Um, Ads also have a cast that need to be kicked, so there needs to be interrupt order set up. And there's a dispel debuff that needs to be taken out of the raid, very, very important, and it's going to spawn fire waves. This was causing some problems here. So make sure that people understand that they need to run away and get dispelled when that happens. So this is what I mean, but it's gonna be a little easier than what you think. So you can see here that there's 4 different types of chips: purple, blue, yellow, orange. Um, Purple is going to spawn ads that are going to fixate players. Blue is going to have a clickable pylon that the tank needs to click, just raid damage. Um, Yellow, um, like kind of buffs up the ability um, that you're assigning it with, and orange is just fire and bombs and your classic WoW mechanics. So, and then you can see here that you have a potential combination of all the sets you can get. The whole point of this phase is that this is RNG. So you're going to get 3 ads that are just going to have colors on them, and whatever ones you dunk, you're going to get that, but you can't do the same combination. So the only one that's truly horrible here is purple and yellow, because this fixate ads that can't be CC'd, which is a huge issue. If you're just doing fixate ads, um, you can CC them and kill them very quickly. But if you get this combo, you're going to have to use things like ROP to keep them out, and melee cannot get super involved after the ROP ends, and there's a lot that can happen here. Um, Other than that, just tank with ads, or raid damage with ads, raid damage with fire, and we'll see all that in the video. So after all 6 combos have been dunked or the boss enters 30%, it will go into P2. So ideally what you do is you try to skip this purple and yellow one, and if you don't want to skip it, you line it up with 2 minutes. Ideally you do it with CDs. So you can see here that all 6 or 30% boss enters P2, and I'm not going to talk about the last phase yet. So I'm going to try to blitz through this video because it's going to be a lot of repeating itself. So you can see here that these coins come out, or these trips, and lucky for everyone, he's one of the people doing it. And what we're doing here is we're picking him up and throwing him into the wall. So what that's basically doing is that we're not even messing with the buff because in testing the buff was extremely hard to get. On live, it's probably going to be tuned, maybe not in heroic, 1000% mythic, that you're going to want to shoot these at the boss or shoot them at a point, and anyone who wants the buff needs to stand like next to it when it's coming through. If you mean you stand in front or in its path, it's going to one-shot you. So now these ads are going to spawn, and you can see here that it has chips on them. So this is blue, that's orange, and that's yellow. So you would go back to the sheet and you'd figure out what configuration you want to use here. The way that we're kind of handling this is one person is shot calling what adds the dunk, and the other people are shot calling like where the coins are going. So once these we prio the ones we want to get killed. So we're gonna dunk. I think it was orange and yellow. So this is gonna be heavy raid AOE. And as you can see here, we're taking a lot of damage. New coins are out. And then this last one, it just needs to die before it kind of enrages. And again, we're just throwing them in the wall. But again, in practice, I'm assuming you don't want to go here. You can see here the fire circles. The raid damage is happening. And now we've completely stabilized the first set of potentially 6. So here are the pay lines again. You need to sidestep out of those. The only way you get the buff in testing is if your character model was in that little thing, which is why we were just throwing them in the wall. You can see here they're doing healing absorb. I don't need to go over every single mechanic, but we just throw them in the wall. And then the guy who's looking at this is going to, we're always going to cleave down the middle one. And then we're going to pick one to do. So that's yellow. And I guess we're going to do yellow and blue here. So we go back to the sheet. Yellow and blue. Pylon that pulls players towards it when its location is clicked. So, and also, I'll go over the tank mechanics slightly. But they're going to run in. You can see a player picking it up and dunking it. And now just the cleave classes are killing this. And because we want to maximize damage on the boss, trying to push the 30% before the potential 6-1 is the goal. But you need to save all your CDs for the last 30. You can see here it's doing the grip in, heavy raid damage. That's the tank ability. There's the pylon. That needs to be clicked. I think they already did it. So now, again, just repeats again. Let's see what combination here. This will one-shot you if you're in it. When he turns around, we'll see it. So that is orange, and they're going to do purple here. So this is orange and purple. Orange and purple. Fixate adds that explode. So this is a pretty dangerous set. You can see here the Destrolox and maybe a few range, and Shadow Priest are all killing this one. Dodging the fire. Here are the adds. These are going to explode when they die, or when their cast finishes. You can keep them out. You can see a ROPS down. Sorry, they only explode when they die. And you just keep away, and you run out the explosion. It's one of the more annoying sets, but at least they're CCable. Fire comes out, and you just dodge. Let's see what set they get next. Blue, orange, yellow. So they're going to kill the middle one first. And they're going to pick one of the other two. Looks like they're going to go left. So they're going to be doing blue. Oh, the pillar went off. They're going to be doing blue. That was the dispel, actually. They're doing blue and I can't tell what color that is. Orange. So go to the sheet. Blue and orange. Pylon does raid damage when clicked. If we already did that one, you cannot put in the same combination. So I don't remember we got that one before, but if not, you'd have to dunk in this far one and kill it quickly. And then dunk that one. So now, once you get the boss, we didn't actually see the ads overlap in this set or the other ads. But once you push into the last phase here, you want to have all your CDs up. You can see we're at 4 minutes in testing. So you kind of got to think about that like saving your 4-minute CDs onward. But going here, um, so every time its energy fills up, it adds a new mechanic. After a third time, it does a short and rage cast, and you're actually going to see the whole phase. The first mechanic is the boss will spawn a pillar, seemingly on a random spot, indicated by a blue circle. The pillar is going to knock people back from its location, and the lightning connects the pillar to the boss. That's going to cause a death beam. The second mechanic is players are targeted with lines, um, and you just need to take them away from the raid. Mechanic 3, just a ton of damage. So it's very simple, but it is very dangerous. So you're going to see here, we get the last set of ads here, but we're actually just calling to push the boss because the ads are going to despawn. So we don't need to dunk this set. Push the 30%. Still need to deal with the coin. And now we're lusting. So the ads are still up, but we're just passively cleaving them. And here's the raid damage. Pay line's got to be careful. It's going to be kind of hard to see because he's going to have to be doing the coins. And you can see here, when they go back and look forward, you can see that these are the connecting. So it spawned here, made a connecting line, and it knocked everyone back. And you need to basically survive 3 iterations of this. So right now we have 2 of them up. We got really lucky. The 2 beams are here. So this is the death beam. It's connected to the boss. Here's the last one right here. So you can't get knocked back from this spot. You can see all these melee almost died. A few of them actually did die. So you need to really look out for that knockback. These are the fire lines. They're kind of hard to see. There they are. They took him out. And then the boss, oh, we killed it before the enrage cast. Right now he's about to start an enrage cast in like 5 seconds. But he just stand there, do an enrage cast, and kill you. But that's the general boss. I do want to go over the tank mechanic a little. So you have this big hit mechanic. This will leave behind a shocking field. So the tanks really need to watch out for that. And then they're also going to activate a coil. And we saw those shocking fields throughout the fight. Oh, they just despawned. You can see them here. So the tanks need to make sure they're not cluttering the room like crazy. And then they're also dictating when the raid takes the damage from the pillars. So that's everything with this encounter. Hopefully this was helpful. And 2 more to go. So see ya.